Well, hello there. My name is Roy Cohen, and I'll be hosting this edition of the Community Forum Show, which I think you'll find extremely interesting. We're going to be talking about the Soupman. And if you've never heard about the Soupman, you're going to find out everything you want to know in the next 30 minutes about this charitable endeavor, which is, I guess, 3 years old?
Yes, I'm on my third year.
Okay. And this, if I can just read what I have here. This will explain what's going on. It's the mission of the Soupman to help relieve the pain and suffering that the homeless experience daily. They provide hats, gloves, boots, coats, hygiene products, and food. All of the basic necessities to help protect the homeless, friends against year-round weather conditions. And if you're following in lately with the cold weather, they're also doing things to keep them surviving. It's the aim of the organization to bring greater public awareness to the plight of the homeless, as well as those suffering from addiction. And regardless of their race, ethnicity, sex, orientation, gender, disability, faith, or religion, they can make the difference one person at a time, and they do succeed at that. Peter has a quote in here. It says, after losing a son to drug addiction, he knew that he had to do something, wouldn't you? Peter is known as the Soupman. And if you want to support the Soupman after you see this program, it's a 501c3 charitable organization, tax deductible, I guess you could say. It's organized under the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and they do rely on charitable donations in order to be successful in their mission. And please consider giving via the website that you'll see that information a little bit later on. Peter, I welcome you to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
And I see you have Koji, your little puppy there.
Koji is my service dog. Up. He's a little camera shy.
That's okay.
He comes everywhere I go.
Yeah,
he's
I
very
find
friendly.
him to be very friendly,
yes,
at least towards me, because he knows I love animals.
He knows special people.
Well, that's me, special.
Yeah, I'm special needs. So we got a little in common.
There's a reason why you started this organization, I guess, 3 years ago?
Yes.
Why don't you give us some background?
I lost a son to the streets of Bangor, Maine, in addiction. And I was in my backyard, and I was a wreck, just a wreck. I had to do something. It was cold, and I came up with this brainstorm. I'm going to make hot soup, and I started to make hot soup. I made a soup station in the back of my pickup truck, and I started making 32 quarts of Hamburg soup to bring out into the homeless population, and it was a hit. And
this is in Bangor?
No, this was right here in Brockton, Massachusetts.
Oh, really?
I live in, of course, in Bridgewater.
Okay.
I'm from Maine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And?
I had to do something. I started making hot soup and bringing it out into the homeless population. About 6 weeks into it, I had a lady that could have been my mother that came up for soup, and she didn't have any gloves or hat on, and I couldn't understand why. And so I gave her mine, and I came home and I put a picture of me doing soup on my Facebook page, and off it went. When I first started, I didn't want any money. I didn't want a dime from anybody. I didn't want anyone to think of that I was building a house. And it right up front, the people started offering me money. I didn't want it. It came to the point that someone said, well, you need a Facebook page, you need this, you need that. And I said, well, I'm not going to demand it. I'm doing soup. This is what I want to do. And when someone offered $2,500, once again, I didn't want to take it. Someone suggested we took it. They cashed the check, and we bought things we needed, and that attorney did it again. and it just started growing. And for me to take the money, I had a friend of an attorney that offered to put up his time to start a 501(c) charity, and he did. And we could officially take money. And when I saw that how we could buy things, we were getting backpacks. We had so much stuff come in from all over the United States. After I did the posting on Facebook, this is what we need. We need socks and toiletries and this and that, or whatever we needed. And we filled up 2 garages, and mine was one of them. And we needed something to put things in, and so we asked for some backpacks. And then I kind of caught on a little that we could buy backpacks for $3.25. Why should we have someone spend $15, $20, $25 on a backpack? Or we could buy gloves for $1.25, $3. We can buy in bulk a lot cheaper than I ever really imagined. It's a shame that that there's such a big profit in everything we buy.
Sure.
It's amazing.
And you found that there's a need for these items.
Oh,
too.
absolutely, absolutely. I started passing out gloves myself, with just gloves and hats and what have you, when I did the soup, and it just has grown and grown to be something that I have never. I try to wrap my head around this every day. Every day I try to wrap my head around this, where it has come, and the support and the love. I hated people. The love is incredible, and I'm overwhelmed with it every day. That the people that step up to the plate, I needed something to put this in, and I said, well, why don't we get a bus, and I can fill it up like a walk-in closet, and we can get jackets and the whole 9 yards, and we did. Eventually, I talked my board into to getting a bus, and Billy Lucini Transportation, he stepped right up to the plate. Actually, he gave me $1,000. Another part of this story is when the gentleman started, the attorney that started my 501(c), him and I were out doing soup, and the wind was blowing, and I said, boy, it doesn't smell right out here. It smelled like perspiration. And I said to him, I said, where is everyone taking a shower? And he had no clue. And I said, well, I got to get a shower. We got to get a shower. And I started knocking on doors, and the bus itself that you see up there now, the windows are for sale. I don't have too many left. It's almost time for another bus. The windows are $1,000 a piece. Half a window is $500. I also have available on the small bus that we have purchased a shower that I travel with, and we pull it behind the truck, and that it's $2,500 to have your logo put on that, on the shower, and the little bus is $1,500. That bus right there, the big one, is pretty much paid for the shower, but I did have a lady that stepped up to the plate that called me out of the blue and said that she had a donation for me, and it was fairly big. And this came from an estate of somebody that was a veteran, and she said, meet me at the bank, and tomorrow morning when the bank opened, and I met her there, and I couldn't believe it. She handed me a check, a big one, and we ordered a shower. And then by the time we needed to come up with the balance of the shower, and I had raised it. And this is from knocking on doors. I still knock on doors, but not like I used to. We couldn't do this without financial help from the public. We just couldn't. 6 months ago, I had $79 in the account, and I said, this is just, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Because I wasn't spending the time out there asking for donations or what have you. And a gentleman on a local level, the construction company cut a huge check. Once again, that's people stepping up to the plate because they can see what we do. And we have a Facebook page, Support the Soupman. You can see what we do pretty much on a daily basis, and it needs to be seen.
All right, this story starts off with Lucini.
Billy Lucini. God love him.
That's a Ford dealer in.
Well, no, he owns Lucini Bus Lines.
Right.
He believed he had a Ford dealership many years ago.
Yeah.
And he started this. He's an incredible man. Incredible. His family, his son, his wife, daughter. He's family. He's family to me.
Sure.
And
It sounds it.
He wouldn't be anything I wouldn't do for him, and you know, he's put me in my place more than once. That you know, I'm nonstop.
Okay, so this bus, you have specific locations where you travel to
Yes.
when you know that there's a lot of homeless people that need assistance. So
He-
you travel there. and-
Yes. Yeah, he's actually given me two buses. The small bus that I take with the shower has you know, toiletries on it as well, but sweatpants, pajama bottoms, sneakers, shirts, not shirts, t-shirts,
Sure.
and you know, we give what we can. We do get a lot of donations. Ocean State Job Lot has been a huge supporter. They came to me. They heard about me, and they came to me and said, hey, we can help. And they have been. I spoke to David that runs the foundation 2 days ago, and he mentioned something in reference to giving me 9,500 hand warmers and foot warmers that should be in the next week. I'm amazed every day.
All right, the word is out there, obviously, and I think I read in the newspaper recently that Al Roker from the Today Show
Yeah.
came to see you.
Yeah, Al read an article in the Boston Globe where I'm trying to get into Boston with a shower. We've had 3 or 4 locations, and City Hall doesn't want it in certain areas just because they don't. And some cities are harder to get into than others. Since then,
They object to the homeless being helped.
well, you know, I'm not going
Or-
to slam Boston or the way they run things. I do know there were a couple shelters that I could have gone in with the shower, and they didn't like the locations. But I couldn't understand that because there's a soup kitchen there. I could go in for 3 hours, in and out. They would allow the soup kitchen in that area, but not a portable shower because of the residents. It's in a residential area. Now, I don't like no. I don't like to be told no. You know, this is, it's not right. Whether there's, everybody that lives in that area, they take a shower, their lights are on, you know, they put on clean socks and underwear. I think it's a shame. You know, I don't want to get into bashing anybody, but people can help people, and it's pretty simple.
Well, what you're doing is different and fantastic, and they just have to get used to it.
That's what I try to tell everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I'm only out to help people.
Well, I think with the publicity you're getting, it should be easier.
But we'll see.
I hope it will be.
I hope it is. Now, I have cities coming to me asking me to come in. I've been invited to, you know, Fall River last week. There were a good 20 agencies that help the homeless, and they're just as amazed as I was that I pull up with 2 buses and a portable shower in 2 years' time. It's because of my desire to help.
Every day it's a different location, I would assume.
No, I have. I've been going into Brockton on Mondays. We have shut the shower down until warmer weather. It's just a health. You know, we will design the second shower soon. I've held off on ordering another shower because there's a company in Maine that I've approached to build us showers. And I think there's a good chance that the Chimbro Corporation just might do that. I hope. You know, it is what it is. If you don't ask for it, you're not going to get it.
Well, it sounds like you're succeeding in that area. I understand that CBS also came to
Yes,
interview you?
yes. We got an email that they had seen something. One of the local TV stations did something, and the nightly news last week followed us for a few days. Not only do we do the shower when the weather's good, but we go out every weekend with 100 brown bag lunches that the kids are coloring the bags that we put the lunches in schools all over New England.
Are the kids preparing these bags?
Well, they're coloring on the bags, and
Yeah.
you know that our homeless friends, they will receive a bag with a lunch that has a sandwich and snacks and
That's great.
a dessert, and we passed out. You know, I would think 4,000 bags in the last month and a half. That the kids are coloring them from Millinocket, Maine to around New England.
Can we talk about Travis,
Yes.
your son?
I work for Travis today. He is my passion. He is my drive. I loved him. I loved him dearly. I wasn't a real good father. I live with this every day. It hurts. The professionals tell me I shouldn't think like that. But that's easy for them to say.
Yeah.
You know, I come from a dysfunctional family. My father was an undertaker. I lost him when I was 11. You know, I have a story just like everyone else. Some are worse than others. I have one of those stories.
That picture is, that's a picture of Travis?
Yeah. He was handsome. He was handsome, very kind, giving. That's Travis and Koji and I. That's on the back of the shower, and it will be on every shower we get. My goal is to have a shower in every major city in New England. Everyone deserves to take a shower and put on clean socks.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
So all I know is I want to help people. We're doing it. We're making change. Everyone deserves to take a shower and put on a clean pair of socks. And, you know, when it's cold out there, you look around and, you know, it's not just the drug addict that's on the street. It's our neighbors that once had a house that lost their job, or our children that it's a nightmare out there. You know, I think we should help our hometowns. We need to help our hometowns. You know, we send a lot of money overseas. You know, we're Americans. We should help people. You know, if we're sending millions and millions of dollars overseas.
Sure we are.
And it's not acceptable to ignore our own. It's not. What's wrong with people?
I think you have some people that are running for president who have basically the same message, that we should start spending more money for our own.
I can't get into politics because it's
No,
not
we're
going
not
to
gonna get into
It's not going to get
politics.
well.
But I think that's a situation that we
Me too.
have to look at.
Me too.
So you have the big red bus, and the it's like a portable closet with all the stuff you have, all the
Well,
merchandise you have inside.
My big bus is a portable closet. We fill it up with jackets and boots and toiletry bags and sweatshirts and hoodies, and that is for the winter use. Now the shower is my smaller bus that we stock that for a shower. T-shirts or sweatshirts in the winter, sneakers and boots. That it just turned out to be such a beautiful thing for such a tragedy.
Sure.
Really, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, and I don't know as if I ever will.
Well, you got to keep marching.
I'll march forward. That's one of the things that I lost a sister about a month ago, and well, that was one of the last things that she said to Peter. I'm so proud of you, and just keep marching forward.
Sure.
And I march forward not only for Travis, but her and the parents out there that have lost their children. You know, we're getting email after email of losses of parents that have lost their children, that we don't have control over this. I didn't have control. I didn't have control over myself years ago. It's just a sad situation. We need, you know, the homeless population is always going to be there. We need housing. We need I want a shower in every major city in New England, but we just partnered with Bridgewater State University, putting together a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan. I guess we have another meeting tonight. We have one about once a week.
What's in the 5-year plan, can you say?
Yeah, to keep doing what we're doing, a shower in every major city in New England, not so much in the 5-year plan. I want housing. I want a building in Bangor, Maine with Travis's name on it. You know, but they're going to hire an intern grant writer for us. You know, we're putting grant writers in now. You can't go after a grant, I believe, it's 1 year after you've been a 501(c)(3). I think that's how it was. But there's millions of dollars out there that aren't being used for what we do with a shower.
Sure.
You know, housing is another story. You know, I just know there's more that we can do. than what we're doing.
What about expansion? I mean, it sounds like you've got a great idea and you're implementing it. But there must be a huge need for what you have, which probably would overwhelm you. I mean, are there other people who are joining the group with the similar help?
We have cities that want to implement a Soupman chapter. I would like to, nothing happens fast enough for me. Nothing. And my board of directors is here to put me in my place. Mm-hmm. They do. God love them. That's another family that I've gained.
Sure.
Really intelligent, outgoing. I love them all.
How has the community responded to your mission? I mean, where are you based?
I live in Bridgewater, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And the buses and our storage units are on a piece of property owned by Billy Lucini. We have 2 other storage bins. I'd like to get a piece of property. Not so much ours, but I need an office. Mm-hmm. We need storage, in-house storage, not outside. Something we're working on. But everything we do takes money. And that's the sad part about this. It doesn't grow on trees. And if we don't ask for it, we don't get it.
Do you sell your soup?
Well, we're working on that. I've been working on that. That's something that hasn't happened fast enough for me, too. That I have come out with a coffee line. Mm-hmm. Then we're adding to that. And that's a pretty neat thing. I had to do something to make money. I wanted to put my soup out on the market. We're still working on that as well. We have our coffee line you can buy online, mm-hmm. www.supportthesoupman.
Okay, we need to put that information up on the site.
And eventually we'll have our food line out there.
Okay, here's your logo. SupportTheSoupman.org.
.org, and you can go onto that website and find the coffee that's up for sale. 100% of the profits will go back into my nonprofit.
Okay, and we have some pictures. Any more pictures to show? No, I guess we don't.
No.
All right, what's the website information? Do you have that?
www.support.
It's Peter Kelleher, the Soupman. SupportTheSoupman.org. Phone number is 617-582-6200, and it's the email is soupman02324@gmail.com. Get in touch with them and find out how you can help them. And I think it's a great project. And what's next?
You just never know with Peter.
Just got to keep growing.
Keep growing and keep doing what we do.
All right. Can we just show the picture of Maxie's? Because we need to say hello to Maxie's for his weekly donation to the show. Maxie's Deli is at 117 Sharon Street in Stoughton, 781-341-1662. And go down there and have a great meal from them. We also need to thank several people who assist in the show. Mike Hammond, who does a fantastic job with the pictures. I know I gave it to him at the last minute, but he's right there to help out with it. C.J. Mullen, Dave Young, Myron Smith, our new camera person, Rob Rotella, our new director, and Gina Coe comes in every so often. Leo McGowan, we hope, is recovering from his recent illness. And also we want to thank Teresa Tappa for coming up with the idea. Do you know Teresa?
I don't know her.
Well, she suggested that we do the show with you, and I think it was a great suggestion.
I'm not saying that I might know her. I run into a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Well,
Thank you, Teresa.
Absolutely, and I have to wish you all the best. I'm available whenever you want to come on the show and talk some more about what you're doing. And bring Koji.
Yep.
Koji looks like she's not having a great time. She's having a
Up,
nap.
up.
What's
Come
the
on.
matter? Come here.
Come here. Up. Koji. Oh, he's lazy.
Great, friendly
up.
dog.
Come on, Lovins. I'm a Lovins. Yes.
She's great. Anyways,
Oh, you little shit.
I want to thank you for coming on and telling the story about your project, and wish you all the best, and you should only continue to grow
Thank you.
and continue helping the homeless.
People helping people is pretty simple.
Yeah, absolutely. Just keep up the great work.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for coming on. Roy Cohen saying thanks a lot for watching the show, and help out. You're doing a great mitzvah, as they say in our little religious background. And we thank you very much for coming on, and watch again, and see you next week.